Alright, give me a moment to get the... Give me a moment to get... Losing my shit here. Holy crap. Oh my god, okay. Where are you? Shut up, Spotify. Okay, hey everybody, this is Will. And we're doing this stream a hell of a lot earlier than I thought I was going to, and we're not, doing it for the reasons I thought we were going to. So if you watched the stream last night, I switched over to Max's channel for a moment, because I saw that, there's like this FF7 trailer thing. And so apparently, they dropped a new trailer today. There was actually like a countdown clock that I didn't know about, but, so they dropped a new trailer today, and it was insane. But I have confirmed that the stage demo for FF7 is on, is going to be for us in America on Friday. For the actual time in Japan is going to be this Saturday at 12:20 to 13:30, 1300. So 12:20 to 1 o'clock in 24-hour time format, or a 12-hour format. I have put in that into a converter over here. So for America, if you're on the East Coast, it's going to be at 8:20 p.m. on Friday. So make sure you set a timer or something. If you're somewhere else, let's say you're in London, for example, that's going to be 4:20 a.m. for you guys on Saturday. What do these mean? I don't know what these numbers mean. Or these color things. It's weird. Let's see what else. Where else can we try? Let's see if you happen to be in. I think yeah, Korea, South Korea would be the same time zone. I think. Let's see, Seoul. If I can spell Seoul correctly at the moment. Damn it, keyboard. No. There it is. Crap. Yeah, so same time zone for you guys. Let's see where else. If you're in Russia, so for Russia, if you're in Moscow, at least it's going to be on 6:20 a.m. on September 14th. So yeah, you can go look whatever time zone you're in. It's on in Tokyo. It's going to be 12:20 a.m. What the hell? How do I set that? How do you set the AM, PM? Damn it. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, PM. Duh, it is PM. Yeah. Okay, that's right. So yeah, there you go. That's your general time zoning thing. Let's try also. I think France is probably pretty close to. That is, yeah, it's about pretty. It's kind of pretty close. It's an hour later than London. It's pretty close. Let's try one other one. Let's say you happen to be in Turkey. Istanbul. Same as 6:20 a.m. Same as Russia. Alright, so there you go. You can go put this date and time into any time zone converter you want and figure out where it's going to be for you. Let's do the East Coast of the USA as well. 11:20 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast. So set your alarms, set your timers, because shit's going down. All right, so. God, I was watching Max's reaction to this thing live. It was just like, everybody in the chat on his channel was like, what the hell is going on? It's just insane. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the trailer here. I've got it in YouTube. Alright, if you have any comments, leave them while we're watching it and I'll answer them later, but we'll do this full screen. let's make sure everything is okay. I'm just gonna let this run the first time, and then we'll go through it. We'll stop in certain places and go through it frame by frame and talk about things. All right, here we go.
Cloud, quickly! Barrett!
Give me a break!
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifa! Let's lay down some rubber.
Crank that throttle!
Okay, you got it! Who's that?
A soldier.
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
Now, more than ever.
He's a keeper, all right.
Yeah.
I'll see myself in. Thanks. And who are you?
Now it's my turn. Hello, Aerith.
What do you want?
Wait a minute. Those eyes.
Corneo's got certain tastes.
Don't be shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
It'll be fine, right? After you.
You led us on a merry chase, Aerith.
Attention, Avalanche! Resist and we will use lethal force! Got your lethal force right here!
Look!
President Shiver. Now then, my dear Sorens. Henceforth allies will get Wutai, our sword enemy. Wutai? The hell we are! You still don't understand your role in this.
Cloud!
Okay, just let let all of that sink in for a moment, because it's a lot to take in, and I don't know, it's still kind of insane to think about. Overall, just let me give you my impressions of this thing to start with. That's it. Speechless. That's exactly what my impressions are. It's just, it's like brain destroying awesomeness. That's the best way to describe it. God. So a few things though. Everything that you just saw right now is rendered in game, and the way you can tell that is because of one scene we'll get to. So I will say this though: everything is not rendered at the same quality in game. So what I think Max and some of the people have pointed this out, and I'm going to remake it here. There isn't any real CG in this game. Everything is done in engine. However, they have very high quality, high poly cinematic models of things that and different a different kind of camera technique for the cinematic camera that makes it seem like that. But everything is rendered in the engine, and there's one little thing in here that's probably a mistake on their part. Probably. If they did this just to like prove people wrong that there isn't any CG, and they put this in there intentionally, they're freaking awesome. Because this thing proves pretty, well, I'm not going to say conclusively, but it proves pretty well that this stuff is being rendered in engine, even if it's being rendered, recorded, then replayed in engine. Damn though. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go back to full screen. Well, This is why I need a second friggin' monitor. We'll go back to full screen for the frame by frame here. Alright, so just gonna mute the audio. Well, yeah, I'll mute the audio for a moment. Let me set this to, because this is gonna be really. I'll turn on subtitles. Subtitles for the subtitles, and I'll set this to 2. We'll set to 5 half speed right now. Let me turn this off for a moment. We'll turn that back on when we get to President Shinra's scene, because there's some things in there that I heard and I need to confirm, because it sounded like he thinks that Avalanche is some sort of Wutai thing, and that would be really interesting. Alright, so here's the train scene. We're coming down. This is, again, it's the opening part that they showed already at E3. And then it cuts to the bike scene, the bike chase. And this, okay, it doesn't cut to there. It cuts to this. So this happens. I mean, this seems like it's a whole new event that happens in the game. I mean, these aren't those Watchmen of Fate things. I think these things are. This is stuff from the train graveyard, I think. Well, maybe it is the Watchmen of Fate. They only show 4 of them. And there's supposed to be only 4. Yeah, maybe those are the Watchmen of Fate. There's a little bit of glitch on that one. You can kind of tell when he like walks out of the door, the HDR kind of flashes it to like a white color, like right there. So that you can tell that's rendered in engine, this part here, because of that little glitch. Yeah, those are the Watchmen of Fate. It has to be. They just don't look as black and smoky and whatnot as they did in the trailer. Okay, so Jesse's there, Barrett's there. No, wait, is that... What the hell? No, yeah, this is still 4 of them. It just looks... Well, what's she shooting at over that way, then? That's what I don't get. There's only supposed to be 4 of them, but she's, like, shooting... Jesse's shooting over at the other side here. So, that's why I don't know. Maybe there's more than 4 of them? I don't know. Maybe I was right initially, and these aren't the Watchmen of Fate. This is just crap from the train graveyard, maybe. I don't know, we'll have to see. So they're coming over. So we got these guys around Tifa and Cloud in the back there. And then as we turn around, the camera turns around, there's 4 more over here. So yeah, they got hoods though. What if the theories are correct? What if these guys are the hooded figures, and there's way more than 4 of those guys in the original? Because you can see the hoods now. They actually have the hood showing. So yeah, these could be the Watchmen of Fate. There might be more than 4 of them though. And that would make sense if these are the analogs for the Sephiroth clones, or Sephiroth, whatever those things were, the hooded figures from the original. Interesting. Eggs and chips. They were trying to milk that eggs and chips sign for all it's worth. We got another look at the outside of the. Oh wow! This whole thing kind of confirms Yuzadeth's analysis of this location. You got the awnings, the archway here, the outside locations to sit. Wow. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so some more Watchmen of Fate stuff. Alright, then we have this like crazy scene here with Jesse on the back of the bike. So this is after... Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't think this is after the first reactor explodes. Jesse's not hectic enough at that moment. She's more of like... I think that might be at like the start of a new mission right there. And then we cut to this thing with this soldier, I think second class. Let me see, what's his uniform look like? Oh no, that's a soldier first class. He's got the darker uniform color. I have no clue who this is. It almost looks like Angeal, but it isn't, because Angeal's dead. This is So somebody made a post in on the trailer on YouTube that this is Angeal and Zell's love child, and I mean it kind of looks like it. I mean this uniform though. I mean it looks bluer. This looks like a soldier second class uniform. It looks I don't know. It's hard to tell. It looks different colors at different angles because of the lighting in the engine. But if this is a second class uniform, I'm wondering if this is Kunsel. Potentially. I would laugh my ass off if it was. But this is definitely somebody from Soldier that's chasing it down. Wait, what was on that sword? Let's go back a second. There's like some writing on that sword. Oh, it's just a Shinra logo. Okay. Then we have the scene with... This scene with Tifa is a little bit interesting. Her facial expression doesn't quite match the voiceover. I wonder if they're going to go back and touch it up. But, yeah. And we got this scene. This scene is awesome. Cloud is so freaked out that he gets his sword stuck on the freaking doorway. Boom. He's like, Sephiroth. That's so freaking funny. And this is this part here and some of the other parts just to me prove to me that Square Enix knows that they live and die by this game. If this game comes out and it bombs, they're basically done. So they're paying attention to details. They're keeping like Cloud's stupid moments like this. This is just awesome. This little section right here does more for me than a lot of the other stuff in this, and that's saying something. That's so friggin' awesome. Cloud's so like friggin' just like wants to get Sephiroth. Like can't get his sword. It's like this damn Buster sword's getting caught on the door. That's so friggin' awesome. And then Sephiroth right here is just like so freaking evil. Now here's what I was talking about. Pay attention right now to this. Not this scene, but just after this, when we can see Jessie. This is something new too. This whole section here, right here. She's in T-pose. T-pose is a gaming term for a basically the model's default positioning when you bring it into an engine. Like so, when you develop a model, it's in a modeling program. You put it in this T-pose as like the default animation state. So somebody forgot to put the animation in here in the trailer, either intentionally or unintentionally. And there's a big difference between those two. Unintentionally, that's just a mistake. Intentionally, they're making a statement here. It's kind of like Elon Musk with the new Roadster saying the only reason to do this car is just to smack down ice cars. So this is either a statement of what they're doing or it's a mistake. So interesting to find out what it was, if it was a mistake or not, accidental or intentional mistake. Let's try and figure out where this is actually at, though. It looks like they're parachuting into a... I don't think that's a reactor. This is definitely maybe a side mission. So they're parachuting into this location, it looks like. So they're kind of going in that direction. And this kind of looks like it's... maybe in Sector 4? This is like industrialized, like an industrial area kind of thing. And these look like... this is definitely like a slum area. Yeah, I don't recognize this location over here. So this has to be a new sector that they're opening up. Get a better... Yeah, this is definitely Sector 4 here. If you look at the Midgar model when we're zooming out from the original E3 trailer, Sector 4 is somewhat residential, but also somewhat industrialized. So I think this might be Sector 4 that we're parachuting into here. Of course, here's the introduction of Reno. The Turk theme here is so freaking awesome. Actually, it might be Reno's theme. And the Reno model looks so on point. He looks a lot more like he does in Advent Children, and a lot more like he does in Crisis Core. Like does this weird flash step kind of thing, and he and Clyde are kind of duking it out. And there's Reno. And there's this. Okay, let's talk about this thing here. Look at this crap. This is insane. I mean, the level of detail in this one shot is like. I mean, and it blew Max's mind too when he saw it. Just like the amount of detail they're putting into this thing, and the fact that we're getting to see Midgar during the day, because a lot of the Midgar scenes happen at night. In fact, I think they. So here's the thing, though. Where is this at? Because we can see the sky from here. There should be a plate, unless this is after. This can't be after the plate falls. Everything would be destroyed. Is this some sort of out sector? Because we see it. We see from the. You saw in the original E3 trailer when they're zooming out from Midgar. There's sections beyond the outer wall of Midgar that have been starting to be developed. Or maybe this is just a section of the of Midgar where there's you can actually see the sky through the plate or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is insane. This level of detail. Got the vines on this thing over here. All this like random crap down here in the slum. This is crazy. Well, there's this moment coming up where Cloud's like getting spun the hell around and thrown at Aerith by Rude. It's insane. Yeah, right here. It's like, it's like what the. And then we cut right to wall, right to wall market here at the Corneo stuff. Okay, let's talk about Don Corneo here. Not only is the character model and animation just on friggin' point, I am pretty sure, as are a lot of other people, that Mark Hamill is voicing this guy. Let me turn the volume on and we'll set it back to normal speed. Just listen to the voice. Think about Mark Hamill's Joker and listen to the voice.
Certain tastes.
Don't be shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
You hear it now? Once you start thinking of Mark Hamill's Joker and listen to that, it's just instant connection, I think. I'm not sure if it's confirmed yet or not, but I know that a lot of people, lots of people on in the chat on Max's stream when he was watching this live, thought it might be Mark Hamill voicing him. And I mean, just watch his like freaking character, like the animations and everything. It's just so on point. And Corneo sounds like friggin' rapist.
Corneo's got certain tastes.
Don't be shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
Like everything's all jiggling and moving around, and his like facial expressions and his body language is just hilarious, hilariously perfect. All right, let's go back to slow mo. Well, half speed. Then we have this scene with Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. What are they saying there? Actually, I'll turn on closed captions. It'll be fine. Oh, they're talking. Is this? Wait, where is this? It can't be in reference to Corneo because Tifa's already at Corneo's mansion. And we can see it somewhere outside because we got like a, looks like a road or something behind Tifa here. I initially thought maybe it was in Corneo's basement mansion basement, but it's not. So I'm not sure where that's at. Oh, wait, well, maybe... No, yeah, it's definitely outside. You got some... this is a building here, and we got some stuff over here. I'm not sure where that is. Cloud's just like... Cloud's... What the hell? He's just like... I'm not moving from this spot. Okay, and the introduction of saying here. Interesting. So, they're at 7th Heaven. And the original, oh, so I wonder if Aerith never even got back to her house. I wonder if she started to go there and then, like, was leaving or walking out, and then Singh came in and she ran back inside the bar or something. Interesting. So I wonder if she forced Sang to take Marlene to her mother's house in exchange for her coming with him to Shinra headquarters. In the original, it kind of implies that Aerith got Marlene to her mother's, but I think this makes more sense. So while that was going on, that was like a distraction to pull Avalanche out of that location so they can come in and get Aerith. That makes a lot of sense. Holy crap. The whole bombing, the whole dropping of the plate was just to get Aerith back. Jesus. And that makes so much sense because of what Shinra believes that Aerith is and what she can do for them in terms of like elevating them to some other plane of political power and literal power. In terms of like finding the promised land and unlocking it for them. Sing's model is on point. There's like an older version of his Crisis Core version. Or at least his hair isn't tied back in this one. Or no, his hair is way longer. In Crisis Core, I think it's shorter and like in kind of like a sort of like top knot / mullet thing. So this is where they're attacking the plate avalanches. And this person, let me see, does it actually show? I don't think we actually see. So there's Barrett, Jesse. Yeah, this is a new person here. You can kind of see the face. This is some new character. So we're probably going to be actually going out into Midgar and recruiting new people for Avalanche. Yeah, she's somebody new. Now we got a much better look here. That's definitely somebody different. That's a new character right there. Maybe it might be like a secondary or just like a support character or like just a random NPC that you go out and are able to recruit into Avalanche. Okay, and then we got this awesome line from Barrett. Got your lethal force right here. Shooting at a helicopter. Got Biggs, an epic thing there. Oh, this is before, I think, when you meet Aerith and you take her back to her house, I think. This scene here, when you're like crawling across the top of the sector slums, when you're running away from the Turks. There's the train with the. Let's go back a second. There's a train scan here. This is probably, there's Tifa over there. This might be while they're on their way to the bomb the Sector 5 reactor, or it could be some other random side mission. Then we cut to this scene. This is definitely so Tifa gameplay. Well, not gameplay, but actual controlling Tifa out of battle. This is definitely inside of a reactor, though. Minigame. So we got a dart minigame, squat minigame, and then a pull-up minigame with Tifa in Wall Market. Environmental destruction. We got Barrett here blowing away a barrier in some location. And then we got some more. Oh, this is hilarious. This Sahagins using Bubble Beam. Or never mind, Bubble Breath. That's down here. I'm looking at something else. But you can see though that the menu down here changed. Let me see if it actually shows it changing. Punisher mode. Yeah, Bubble Breath. So Cloud's getting changed into a frog here, and his triangle attacks being changed to Bubble Breath. This is so friggin' hilarious. His frog model has his Buster Sword on it. This is just so awesome. It's like, what the hell? I hope every character has something like that. Has their weapon or something, some small like detail there. This thing is some new boss enemy. And it looks just insane. There's the President Shinner scene. So let's see, what's he say? Now my dear sewer rats, that part's... The part after this is what I'm... Henceforth, all allies of Wicked Wutai are sworn enemy. Yeah, so President Shinner thinks that they're working for... So, let's put this into context. Crisis Core. In the beginning of Crisis Core, Wutai and Shinra are at war with each other. Shinra is kicking their asses, but Wutai is still doing a lot of damage to them. And they actually managed to infiltrate with the help of Angeal and Genesis, Midgar, and like attack Shinra headquarters directly and like blow the hell out of it. And so, fast forward to now, President Shinra believes that Avalanche is like maybe an offshoot of that war, that Wutai is like funding it and supporting it. And that might not be so far from the truth, because originally, back in Crisis Core, Avalanche was a worldwide thing. There were cells all over the place. The Avalanche we know of in 7 is just like the last cell still remaining in operation, I think. Shinra has pretty much stamped it out everywhere, except for in Midgar with Barrett and the rest of the gang. Interesting. And then Barrett, like, yeah, who the hell we are. You still don't understand your role in this, exactly. Wow, that gave me some chills for a second. Jesus. Then this thing, what the hell is this thing? Wait. Could that be 100 Gunner? That might be 100 Gunner. This is 100 Gunner. We're in the elevator shaft. Holy crap. Or no, maybe that's not an elevator shaft. And we'll talk about summons here in a second. Holy crap. Where is this? It looks like this is in a reactor, I think. But so think about that. Maybe every reactor has its own kind of guardian boss in it now, like the Guard Scorpion from the first one. I don't think there was a boss in Reactor 5, other than it's the O5. O5. I believe they're attacking the 5th reactor, and this is the boss there. And then when you go out of there, there's also another boss. The Air Buster. Interesting. This looks like 100 Gunner, though. So there's Ifrit destroying the hell out of a sweeper. So it looks like summons are going to be party members, or at least you can kind of see there's like, it's not a health bar, it's a timer bar. So I think that summons will be spawned into battle, and they'll fight on their own until the timer goes out, and then they'll use their special move or something. So you can see there's this timer here, and he's like blowing the hell out of this, out of the sweeper. And then when we cut to this, you can see that thing is gone now. This might be when he gets summoned, though. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's doing like a finishing move here. Yeah. So maybe you can let them fight, or you can have them use their ultimate attack and then they just leave, or maybe the ultimate attack happens after the timer depletes. This is the top of the plate here. This is the helicopter that's staying in Aerith, or actually it's Reno when he comes in, yeah. But this is definitely the top of the plate. That's interesting. So in the original, there are Reno and Rude already at the top of the plate. I think it's actually just Reno himself, and they've like set up a bomb. And this one, he comes out of that helicopter. So I'm wondering if they're saying that they can blow this thing up remotely now. They don't actually have to go to that console to set it up, which would make sense because it's, you know, Shinra property. That was, at first I thought this was Odin, but I think well, I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks... No, I think this is an enemy. This is one of those weird, I think it's called Nightmare or something. Or Sleipnir, maybe? I'm not sure. There's an enemy that looks like this in the original game, though. I think this is just a regular enemy. I don't think this is Odin. This is too plain to be Odin, but it kind of looks like Odin. And I thought it was at first, but I don't think it is. And then, what the hell are they fighting? What is this thing over here? Oh, it's that boss. It is that. That's that enemy. What the hell, though? Look at this thing. Maybe it is Odin. So, if this is Odin, does that mean we have to fight the summons to capture them? Like in Crisis Core? That'd be so sick. Because it was like that in Crisis Core, and then here's Shiva. Shiva, this is kind of insane. Let's frame by frame that. Or at least, we'll go to quarter speed on that. That's like the only time you ever see her actual model. And she's using diamond dust on this enemy. Whatever the hell it is. Then we cut to the plate again, the plate scene. Cloud's going up the ladder, and then Soul kind of call back to the 5th reactor there. Then it cuts to the name and all that. And then we cut back to the aftermath of the plate falling, and this is just sick. Like this, you do this to make a point about what the hell you're doing. You don't even have to show this thing at the end. This thing is insane. I mean, if you play the original game, they kind of imply this is all, because when the plate falls, it kind of has that whole section, like the path, the gateway into Sector 7 having all that crap on it. But I mean, this is really what happened. I mean, everything was destroyed. Like 500,000 people probably died in this thing. Well, I mean, not 500,000 people, maybe 250,000. I'm not sure what Midgard's population is, but a hell of a lot of people just died here. And for one of two reasons, either just to get Aerith or just to try and blame Avalanche for it. Or both, actually, probably. I mean, this is just insane. Alright, we're going to watch through it again. I'll turn on the... turn up to normal, do the audio. We'll also keep the subtitles going. This will be the last time I play through it for the stream.
Cloud! Quickly! Barrett!
Give me a break.
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifa,
Let's lay down some rubber!
crank that throttle. Okay, you got it.
Who's that?
A soldier.
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
Maybe that scene does work a bit better. She's more. It's more of like a wistful kind of humor. I guess that does work. The facial expression does work. This I still laugh. This part just cracks me up. She's like, Sephiroth must slash. Damn door, why are you here? It's hilarious. Just like gets it stuck.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
Now, more than ever.
Stuff cracks me
He's
up.
a keeper, all right.
Yeah.
Reference to what she
I'll
says
see
in the
myself in.
train.
Thanks.
This theme, holy
And
hell.
who are you? And I'll see myself in. Thanks. And who are you?
Now it's my turn.
Hello, Aerith.
What do you want?
Wait a minute. Those eyes.
Oh, just heard. You can hear Cloud, the sound of Cloud being whipped around. The hell? That's hilarious. Freaking rude.
Corneo's got certain tastes.
Certain
Don't be
tastes.
shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
It'll be fine, right? After you.
You led us on a merry chase, Aerith.
Got your little force right here!
Look!
President Shimmer. Now then, my dear Sorets. Henceforth allies of wicked Wutai, our sworn enemy. Wutai! The hell we are! You still don't understand your role in this.
Oh. I just thought up a different thing for that. Maybe he knows they're not, but he's using Shinra's propaganda, their ability to produce propaganda to tie them to Wutai, to make it so that Shinra can exert more force in Midgar and also the world. Because a lot of people died when Wutai attacked Midgar, and so there might be a lot of resentment towards Wutai for that. Maybe Shinra is using that as a tool to gain more power for themselves. Holy damn. That makes even a hell of a lot more sense. Because when you take... I'm just like thinking about this again. When he's saying, henceforth, allies of Wutai, he sounds like... He's saying it just like, he's like... He knows it's not true, but he's saying it to say, like, this is what we're going to do to you. And then you still don't understand your role in all this. He's using Avalanche as like a... some sort of pawn of him for Shinra that they can use to like grab more power. Holy crap! Yeah, that is so 100 gunner.
Cloud!
The silence at the end here makes this whole scene. No music can be even more impactful than having music with stuff like this. Just like desolation. Jesus Christ. I am sure Yuzadith and everyone's gonna have so much analysis they're gonna be doing on this thing. That's my small part of the analysis on this friggin' trailer. Like I was saying earlier, this is the date the actual stage demo thing is going to happen for Final Fantasy VII in Japan, and then the times and dates for it in a representative sample of places across the world. So you can go find your preferred time zone converter and do this yourself to figure out for your exact location. Yeah, so Saturday, September 14th at 12:20 p.m., they're going to start the FF7 stage demo. And now that we've seen all this stuff, I can tell you we're going to have gameplay on summon mechanics. We're going to have gameplay on probably going to be talking about more of the battle system. There's definitely more there that we don't know about. Like the whole thing where we got state changed into Frog when Cloud did just there, and the actual his moveset changed. It went from operator mode to bubble. Hell, what was it? Bubble something. Bubble breath. So there's gonna be like weird crap like that. Yeah, damn. So we definitely have seen summons now. No Red 13. I was skeptical that he would be in here. I think they're either going to save him for Dead Last, or he's not going to be in this first part of the game. It kind of makes sense. Why introduce the character at the very end of the game when the game's going to end? It made sense in the original because after, the game continues. It doesn't just stop after Midgar when you start leaving Midgar. This one's going to. So in that rejiggering of the story and execution of the story, it makes sense that maybe you see Nanaki in briefly in while you're at Shinra headquarters, but you don't actually interact with them. You don't get them as a party member until you get to Cosmo Canyon, or maybe at some point in the beginning of the second game somewhere, maybe in Calm or in Junon. Or maybe you run into him as you're leaving Midgar or something. But we're not going to get him as a party member. I don't think in the first game. We may see him at some point towards the end of it. But he's not going to be a party member until the second part. Whether they show him or not as like a reveal, it probably won't happen until the very last thing now. So maybe sometime in December, I would think, or January might be when we'll get him if we're going to see him at all before the game releases. I still don't think we're going to get a playable demo till probably sometime near the end of December, is what my thinking is. But jeez, this trailer, oh my god. It's going to be really interesting. The stage conference is going to be like friggin' 40 hours long, or 40 minutes. It'd be awesome if it was 40 hours, but it's 40 minutes. I mean that's twice as long as the E3 conference was for FF7 Remake. Who knows what the hell they're going to be showing? I mean, they're going to be going deep into the mechanics of the battle system, probably the rest of the battle system. I think there's probably still 2 or 3, maybe 4 features that we haven't actually seen yet that they were kind of hinting at here, including summons. And they'll probably talk about the materia system too. Aside from that, I have no clue what they'd be showing. Maybe they'll show off in-game stuff from some locations. I don't know. I mean, they showed us some stuff from Wall Markets. Maybe they'll show us more stuff from there. I really have no freaking clue at this point what else they're going to show. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. What else? That's all I can think of at the moment. I would say be on the lookout for analysis videos on YouTube, though. There's going to be a bunch of them. I would say probably give people maybe a couple hours to put them together, though. They probably won't start popping up till the really good in-depth ones probably won't start popping up till around maybe 1 p.m. So like in another 6 or 7 hours from now. Jesus Christ, I did not expect them to drop a trailer. I saw that on Max's thing. I was like, what the hell? Trailer? I expected them to do it during the presentation because of the time that they were going to be taking for it. But now they dropped this here. Maybe there's going to be a longer version of it. You know, like how they did with E3. They had the reunion trailer, and then they released a longer version of it the next day at E3. So maybe there's going to be a longer version of this thing. Who knows? I think we're in for a freaking wild ride this Friday. I mean, this trailer, I don't know. My mind is still this kind of like not able to process this thing entirely. But yeah, Square Enix knows they're gonna live or die by this game. If they get it wrong, they know people are gonna like freaking want to burn them in effigy and maybe even in real life. So they're doing everything they should, and then some. Jesus. I said in their original post about the announcement for TGS, I made a tweet saying that I'm ready for my head level to exceed 9999, and damn, it has. If they keep up this level of quality for the entirety of this game, just the first part could be frickin' just. I have no words. Yeah, so be on the lookout for any analysis trailers. Userdith is gonna have like frickin' content for days off of this thing. And definitely looking forward to Friday and seeing what they're gonna have. So, I'm not going to be doing any... actually, I'll stream the development stuff later tonight. At some point, if I'm not too crap-faced to do it. Because I tried to stay up all night. Max stayed up all friggin' night playing friggin' Tekken 7. I tried to do that and I couldn't, so I only got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So I may be just too... to do anything tonight. As far as any kind of real hard development on the plugins. But we'll see. If not, maybe I'll do 2 streams tomorrow. I'll do one in the morning, one in the evening to make up for it. You know, I think I'll just do that. We'll just do that tomorrow. 2 streams tomorrow for the development stuff. Plugin development stuff. God, I still can't. This trailer is just like blowing my mind still. Showed us so friggin' much. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you dropped by on such short notice, appreciate it if you'd subscribe or follow. And I will see you again probably on Saturday when we talk about what the hell drops during this whole stage conference they're gonna do on Friday, or Saturday, depending on where you're at. Things are looking crazy, though. That's an understatement.